Good morning, everyone. It's Dee from CatalystEnergies. Thanks for joining me. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thanks for joining me in my lavish and glamorous mobile studio right now. I think it's kind of funny that, sometimes we just have to work with what we have in order to keep showing up. And I think that's an interesting Capricorn kind of thing. You have to stay diligent and keep doing what you need to do. And sometimes that means being willing to be flexible and work with what you have to keep making it happen. So we're going to look at the charts. It's December 13th, Friday the 13th, 2019, and here's your daily catalyst. All right, so let's see here. The big players for today, right after this full moon in Gemini, which really packed a wallop. I don't know about y'all, but there was a lot coming to light in that full moon. I thought it was really awesome, so I hope that you got the most out of it too. So today, Friday the 13th, we have the, let's see here, I can draw some things for you. The big players today, we got Venus conjuncting with Pluto. This is the chart of the moment right now. It's almost 8 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time. So this right here, Venus has just come off of its conjunction with Pluto. And then with that, we have our moon in Cancer still. She's going to be in Cancer all day, just coming off of, let's see here, just coming off of the North Node as well in Cancer. Let's see here. Why don't you want to draw? There we go. Right here, just coming off the North Node in Cancer, our collective drive, where our destiny point is as a collective in Cancer as well. And then on top of that, we have this beautiful, right here, grand water trine with Mars in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, and then just in a couple of hours later tonight, actually, and then the moon in Cancer. So this whole aspect of trusting where we're at, trusting the emotions, the inspiration, our feelings, is really highlighted here today, because this trine is going to become exact, especially when the moon, you can see right here that it's actually exact between Mars and Neptune right now. And as the moon and later today comes into this 16-degree point, we're going to see an exact trine. So first, let's talk about Venus and conjunct Pluto. Venus in Capricorn has been really diligent about the types of relationships that we're going to be forming or are forming, our resources, our projects, the love in our life. It's about the physical manifestation around us that makes us feel good, that makes us feel in harmony with the world around us. Coming into conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn is really could be very stressful, because Pluto is about death and transformation, more on the side of transformation rather than the death part. I was listening to an astrology report yesterday, and the person had said there is no death in astrology, only transformation. And I really liked that, and I want to incorporate that idea, because it's easy to get stuck on the death part, because we are physical beings and we identify death as a point of no return. But in reality, death is just a transformation of energy to a new form. So, but when we're talking about our relationships, when we're talking about our resources, when we're talking about money, the things in our physical lives that we are attached to, really, having that conjunct with Pluto in death and transformation can seem like that we're losing things. It can seem like that things are falling apart right before our eyes. So this is a very stressful, potentially stressful and frustrating transit. The good thing about conjunctions is once they happen, the energy dissipates rather quickly. It's kind of a climax moment, and then it moves on, especially with Venus moving fairly quickly past Pluto. So we could have been really feeling this energy with the full moon, leading up to the full moon, and on the full moon, getting a really good idea of what it is that feels like that it is dying and is ready for transformation. Now, we have the moon. She's in Cancer. This is her home. She loves to be in Cancer. There's been a real draw inward to take care of ourselves, to be nurturing ourselves, nurturing our inner child, wrapping ourselves internally in that warm blanket, and to really take care of ourselves. Lining up with the North Node in Cancer, our collective drive to have this nurturing quality about us as a collective, suggests to me that the draw inward to take care of ourselves is very much aligned with that energy collectively. And so as we do within, it reverberates to outside of us. And so the more we take care of ourselves, the more that energy reverberates like a ripple effect out into the collective. And so this conjunction here, I think, can really give us some validation about how we take care of ourselves and how that really translates out to how the collective can take care of itself, how we can take care of each other. And if we do take care of ourselves, we are in a much better position emotionally to take care of other people. And then having this grand water trine between the moon and Mars and Neptune is just really pointing to, well, it's literally pointing to Neptune right here. You can see Neptune in Pisces, bringing us back to source, aligning with the idea that we are all one in the same. We all return back to source, and to not forget that there is compassion to be had, there is empathy to be had, and that it's all good. It's all going back to the same place. And Neptune here has really been inspiring that surrender to source. It's been in Pisces for a while now. And so Mars in Scorpio here, really in the meat of Scorpio, is really digging it up. You know, like Mars has been relentless and fearless about digging up the shit, basically getting to the bottom of things, and drawing it up to be seen, and having this very harmonious. A trine is very harmonious. It doesn't take a lot of input or action on our parts for a trine. It is in itself very balanced, very harmonious. So having Mars in Scorpio, really fearlessly digging up the shit, whatever that is for you, you know, that's going to be in whatever house. This chart is for Portland right now, and it's in the 11th house of hopes and dreams, the larger collective and community. And so, you know, Mars is right now really digging up the shit around the collective, the community, the larger network of people in Portland, you know, as a city, as a group. Having it connect with Neptune in Pisces, and then the moon, which is us, which is our personal internal aspect of ourselves, really suggesting to me that this taking care and nurturing ourselves is very much supporting this, and is supported by this drive to dig up the shit that is no longer necessary anymore, and really pointing down to the fact that we are all part of source, and that there is so much love and inspiration to be had if we are willing to connect with it. So the moon is going to be in Cancer all day. She's go void of course tomorrow, and then moving into Leo, which is going to change the dynamic, and there's going to be some more interesting transits. But today it feels very much the Venus and Pluto conjunction could really feel like things are being taken away, that they're slipping through our fingers, that things are just dissolving right before our eyes. But really what it's doing is it's really there's a larger thing happening here. And this trine here is all about trusting that process, trusting your intuition, trusting source, and trusting the big picture. Continue to take care of yourselves, nurture yourselves, keep wrapping yourself in that warm blanket. And I think that today will be a really nice, almost recovery day from that full moon that we just experienced. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to be putting up a weekend report sometime today, where we'll be more intuitively using the cards and connecting with the transits. And I also am going to put together the second half of the December report, because we're coming up on the eclipses, and Jupiter at the end of the weekend, Jupiter is going to be trining Uranus in Taurus, and that is going to be very interesting and something to start connecting to. So thanks for joining me. If you have any interest in reaching out, all of my contact information is in the description box below. Please subscribe or like or share this video to get the word out to the world. And if you're interested in a reading, you can connect to my Facebook page and check out all my services and contact me there, and we can get set up and do something just like this, where we connect on Zoom and I send you the report, and then we have a follow-up. And I'm doing a really, really good offer right now on rates, because I know that it's the holiday season and it's such a potent time, and I think that people could really benefit by having this just this extra level of guidance and these tools in their tool belt to really take control of themselves and their own story as 2020 starts to really come to the surface. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will talk to you on the next video.